Hey guys, Ramen Slayer here, and welcome back to Doki Blue Skies. I'm gonna do another couple videos on this, so be prepared. Let's just get right into it, you know? Let's just get right into it. I don't have any news or anything like that, so... And I'm gonna try to Twitch stream later on tonight, so... Look forward to that too, guys, so let's do this. It's worth a try at least. Yay! Oh, Yuri brought you something today, you know?
Well, wait, say Yuri.
Me?
It's not much really.
Don't be shy.
It's really nothing.
Whatever it is, I'm sure I'll like it. What is it, Yuri?
Say Yuri made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. I was going to wait to give it to you at the appropriate time, but...
I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. Now I've ruined the surprise. The two girls both look dolefully down. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so that's still a pleasant surprise to me. Just knowing that you went through the effort to get me something makes me feel really welcome. No matter what, I'm sure it'll make me happy.
Is that so?
Of course. Thanks for being so considerate, Yuri.
You're welcome. It was the least I could do. Anyway, if that's the case, here it is.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. Isn't this the book from yesterday? Upon seeing the confused look on my face, she hastens to explain.
I thought you might like to have your own copy so that you can read it on your own as well.
Honestly, I honestly don't know what to say. How is that she's only known me for a day and yet she's already done something that's thoughtful for me? Oh, Yuri, thank you. That's really thoughtful of you, but you didn't have to do that for me. I feel kind of bad.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean for that. I just, I understand if you don't want to read with me anymore, so...
Honestly, she gets more adorable by the minute. Please, it's fine. I'd love to read it with you. I just wasn't expecting you to buy me a copy of my own.
Are you sure? I don't want to force you.
Seriously, Yuri, I'm sure, after all. I grin at her. It is a good book. She timidly returns my smile, relaxing a little bit.
I'm glad you seem to think so. How are you liking it so far?
She looks at me with wide expectant eyes. She must be really worried that I'm not enjoying it as much as her. Oh, wait, did not mean to right click. To be honest, I've been pleasantly surprised. While horror isn't really my thing, it really kept my attention. Even though I haven't gotten very far yet, I find myself feeling sorry for the protagonist. The language is pretty engaging. It certainly makes me think about it. As I praise the book, her face grows visibly more relieved, and her eyes light up as I mention the language.
I'm glad you think so. One not only needs to look at what is being said, but how it's phrased. It can entirely change the desired message. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh boy, I hope we don't get into an in-depth discussion about the language. I'm still nowhere near Yuri's level with the sort of thing. Oh, totally. Never really thought about it until you brought it up with me. You really made me look at it with a bit more scrutiny than I would normally. She blushes at this, turning away slightly.
Really? I helped you with that?
I have to admit, you really managed to open my eyes to this sort of thing, or should I say my third eye? Yuri's silence makes me nervous. Did I make a mistake? You know, because the book mentions the third eye and there's an eye on the cover.
I see.
Probably best not to comment on her accidental continuation of the pun. Tough crowd.
Oh, I see. You were making a joke. I'm sorry. I didn't realize.
No worries. I just thought it was a good pun. She smiles bashfully.
Yes, it was quite humorous, isn't it?
I think that means everything's okay now. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off scheduled activities for the club. Like the poetry thing. I've already sealed myself for the critique I'll probably be receiving, but it seems that we have some downtime before then. Ah well. Looks like I won't be able to just immediately get it over with. What are the others doing right now? See, Yuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner, probably discussing club matters, giving it to the president and vice president. Like expected, Yuri's face is already buried into a book. Can't help but notice her intense expression like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet. Few huffs of annoyance sound from her direction every once in a while. Please don't go to these. Okay, thank God. I'd love to talk to Yuri a bit more, especially after she gave me that book. Is everything normal? Aw. I like the new beats that they gave it. I don't want to make this one too long either, because I'm very limited on time. I actually only have 20 minutes, so I'm actually gonna go this up. I'm gonna probably keep this on for maybe 15 more minutes. So I don't want to keep these too short, but I also don't want to make these too long because I don't have enough time. So, however, she seems to be focused on her own book. I'm worried I might just distract her. As she lifts it up to turn the page, I get a glimpse at the cover. It's the same book that she gave me, and it looks like she's only just started it. Oh damn! I hope she didn't think I was staring at her.
God damn it.
Our eyes meet, but her eyes dart away quickly.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I didn't mean to stare. I was just spacing out a bit.
Oh. Well, if I haven't been actually concentrating, I wouldn't have noticed.
I meant to ask, though. Is that the book you gave me?
Mm-hmm. It's one of my favorites, so I thought I'd give it another read-through. Not for any other reason, I assure you.
I see, but why do you have two copies of the same book?
Well, I know I lent you the book yesterday, but I figured you might feel more comfortable with your own copy. I know that I always feel more at ease when I'm handling my own belongings. If an accident happens, there's less at stake than if you damage someone else's property. So, you're probably less clumsy than I am, though.
Yuri, the ever-graceful girl, thinks that she's clumsy? No, I'm pretty sure I'm just as clumsy as you. I'm not more so.
Oh, right.
Jesus, my hair.
Anyway, after our meeting adjourned yesterday, I went to the bookstore to get you. That is to say, I forgot I already had a copy and accidentally bought another, and it seemed like a waste to just hold on to it.
Couldn't you have just returned it, though?
They already closed, so...
Can you just admit, dude? Admit! Oh my god, man. Oh my god. Just admit it. Admit it, man. Admit it. That you... Dude, admit that she likes you. You stupid idiot protagonist. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. Just because she likes you, numbnuts. Guess it doesn't really matter. I'm glad that you gave it to me. I'll get started on it right away.
That makes me happy to hear. You freaking idiot. It's the kind of story that really draws you in if you're not careful. Oh my god.
Where are you all coming from?
If you're not careful, you can lose track of time very easily. I know I've opened it up to some light reading before bed. I only to close it and find that the sun's rising. I'm sure that what happened to you, though, you'll be able to get enough sleep as usual. That is, unless you generally find yourself lacking sleep, in which case you should go to bed earlier. But you can do whatever you want. I don't mean to overstep my bounds.
Hey, don't worry about it, Yuri. I'll be sure to read it earlier the day. Do you mind telling me a bit more about it?
Oh, I'd love to. Now, where do I begin?
Yuri delicately closes the book, her eyes scanning the cover.
Well, actually, I don't think I could give an adequate explanation on my own. If I were to tell you more about the story than I did yesterday, it would lose a lot of its impact. Forgive me if it sounds like I'm brushing you off. That's not what I intended.
It's alright, Yuri. Come to think of it, you did summarize it well enough already.
Yes. I'm sorry. I seem to get lost in my own mind whenever I talk about these kinds of stories. Don't you have anything like that, Jake?
I guess so. Yuri nods with a delicate smile.
Everyone has a deeply held interest that stirs the passion within their heart. I suppose for me it would be my novels and...
Yuri cuts herself off. Please tell me that was not put in there on purpose. As though she were about to say something she didn't want to.
Well, you know what I mean.
What got you into these sorts of stories, though? I gestured towards the book in her arm. Do your parents enjoy them as well? Yuri pauses for a moment, shyly looking down at her feet. She seems to be going over what she wants to say in her head.
I have always had interest in the macabre. This genre can easily throw you for a loop, while many stories are simply content to introduce an antagonist and condition their reader to root against them. Books like this can find ways to flip the narrative on its head. So while you might intentionally find yourself relating to protagonists, you might suddenly find out that they're their own worst enemy.
I am a protagonist! No! I'm not feeling up for this today. I just wanted to get a video uploaded. Like, I know I shouldn't force myself to do this, but I feel like I needed to get a video uploaded at least today. I'll feel a little bit better tonight when I'm streaming. So
I'm rambling, aren't I? Please forgive me. I really should try to think about others more.
Yuri, I promise I'm not mad at you. You're just passionate, which is pretty cool.
It is?
For a brief moment, a tiny smile teases at the corner of Yuri's mouth.
Well, I'll try not to worry about it too much. But sometimes I get distracted when I think about books and writing. I forget where I am and start speaking my mind. So please forgive me if I say anything unusual. And if it seems like I'm not paying attention, please let me know.
I really don't think you need to worry about that, Yuri. This is a literature club after all. Isn't that the sort of thing we should be discussing anyway?
I suppose so.
So on that note, would you like to read a bit together?
You don't need to force yourself to spend time with me if you don't want to.
But what if I do?
You'd really want to spend your time with me?
Of course, Yuri. Book in hand, I slide into the desk next to Yuri. Is everything okay?
Yes. I'm terribly sorry, Jake. I'm just not too accustomed to reading in company. It's usually been a solitary affair for me, you see.
Yeah, I can understand how this might seem a bit unsettling for you. If it gets too overwhelming, let me know. I won't be offended if you need some space.
Alright.
I opened up the book, allowing the hardcover to flop against the desk. As I read through the prologue, I noticed Yuri glancing over at my book. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't comforting in a way, but it's somewhat distracting.
I'm sorry. I hope I wasn't distracting you.
Yuri, why do you apologize all the time? You've really done nothing wrong.
Do I? I can't help it. I suppose it's like an involuntarily reflex. If I'm preemptively apologize, I'll lessen both my disappointment in myself as well as others' disapproval of me. Didn't mean to make things so awkward. Sorry. I mean,
hey, it's okay. Don't worry about it. How about we do this? I push our two desks together, then slide my book between the two of them.
I suppose that'll work.
Yuri puts her own copy away as he shifts a bit closer to me. I steady the right side of the book between my thumb and forefinger, and Yuri does the same with the other side. Perfect. Now I can both go through it at the same pace.
Yes.
Okay, I need a thumbnail, so I'm gonna go ahead and screenshot this. I don't know. I'm just gonna screenshot it just because. I don't know. Actually, the thing about it, I think I might just record a little bit more. I might just record a little bit more of this and then do like a second half recording. I don't know. Let's just continue reading on. The two of us are huddled closely together over the book, carefully reading it. I can see Yuri's gentle face in my peripheral vision. She has a stern, focused expression, her eyes slowly scanning each page.
Do you need a bit more time with this page?
Sorry. I guess I'm not really too quick of a reader. I look over and our gazes meet. There's a koi sparkling to her eyes.
It's alright, Jake. We can go at whatever pace you're comfortable with. After all, you've been so patient with me today. It'd only be fair for me to return the favor, wouldn't it?
Thanks. I'll try not to take too long. The two of us continue reading in relative silence. Even though we're so quiet, each turn of the page feels as though we're connected. As I let go of the page, it gently floats over to her, and she delicately slides it under her thumb.
Jake?
Having been absorbed by the story, Yuri reels me back in.
Sorry, I didn't mean to disturb you.
It's fine. What were you gonna say?
Well, I suppose I just wanted to thank you for this. I had always hoped I could find someone to share my interests in books with. I never really had anyone read with me before. Have someone else be there is nice.
Really? I would have thought you would at least done some reading with your family.
Yes, well, I did when I was younger, but...
She trails off, not finishing the thought. Decide not to press her further on it right now. Yuri takes a slow, deep breath.
I'm just happy that you're here for me. I mean, with me. No, not that I would want you to be here for me or anything, but I can't believe I messed things up again.
Wait, Yuri, I don't think you've done anything wrong. If anything, I think of that as a compliment.
You do?
Sure. If I'm being honest, I enjoy your company as well.
Okay, everyone.
Man, I still can't get enough of this Monica Sprite, man. I still can't get enough of the Monica Sprite. It's so good. It's so good. Also, I seen a little thing on that people who created this trying to make the Sprite for Monica. It had her body facing forward, like her normal body facing forward, and having her head turned slightly like this. But this didn't seem to work out very much. So turning the body like this gives Monica more of a character. I like how she has more of a character side of her now, to where you can actually like see like the sides under here. Like before you couldn't really see those. Like Yuri, you can see hers. I'm pretty sure you can see Sayori's and also Natsuki's. So
I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long.
Yuri sighs dejectedly, looking down at the floor.
Is that alright, Yuri? You look kinda down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this.
It's not that. Don't worry about me. I'm alright.
Yuri lets go of the book and closes the cover, handing it back to me. We got through a fair bit today, didn't we? You mind if I continue a bit further on my own? Would you prefer if I only read it with you?
You don't have to limit yourself on my behalf if you want to keep reading. After all, I've already finished the story before.
Then I guess I'll continue reading it a little bit tonight. Then we'll have a bit more talk about tomorrow.
Yes, that's a good idea, Jake. Just be sure to let me know how far you get so I can avoid spoilers for you.
Alright. I skimmed through the book to find the page where we left off, on, and folded in slightly to mark for later.
By the way, you did remember to write a poem, right?
Don't worry, I'm not that much of a slacker. I've got it right here in my bag. I rifled through some stray papers to pull out a page that I wrote my poem on. Well, I can't help but feel a little nervous. I have to admit that I'm excited now. Talking to these girls has really calmed my nerves, and now I'm just eager to share my poem. After all, judging by each girl's personality, I doubt that anyone would say anything nasty about it. Well, Natsuki, I don't know if she'd be unduly harsh, though. She just seems like the type of person who enjoys ribbing on her friends. Either way, I hope they realize that I put hard work into it. I figured that it'd only be fair to repay their warm welcome by showing effort in the club activities.
Now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with?
I can't wait! Yeah, see, you can see Sayori's side, too, a little bit, so good. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a neat black composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. She's gonna put us all to shame. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. Whom should I show my poem first? Okay, I know this is short. I know this is really short, but you guys are going to be seeing another half of this video because I'm not going to be like, see you guys next time. I'm actually going to be like down here. I'm going to be done, and I'm going to be done. I'm going to be done for now, and I'm going to do another half of this video. I know it's only been like 20 minutes in, and I know I didn't really do anything. I'm just not feeling up for it at the moment, so if I feel like recording the second half, I will. So, it will happen. Ooh. It will happen. Trust me, it will happen again. So, But I'm not going to record later on today. It might be tomorrow, and then, well, by that time, the next day, whatever day I'm on, whatever, I don't care. You guys don't understand, but I'm going to be recording another half at some point. I'm going to be streaming. I'm going to be streaming at some point, so if you guys, I will have a link in the description for my Twitch. And yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and get off. I'll see you guys later. Oh boy. Alright, I'm back with the second half of the video. This is why I'm wearing a different shirt, is because it's a different day. I should say that in the thing, but I have only done, not very many. Not very many, I'll tell you this. I have not done very many, I don't even know what I'm saying. I just get back and I'm doing, so yesterday, when I recorded the first 20 minutes of this video, I just don't know what was wrong. I wasn't feeling up for it. I had other stuff to do. And then just like, I'm down a little bit. So now I feel a little bit better. Nothing's too obvious. So today we're going to be doing some more of Doki Blue Skies. So this is the second half of the first video, the first part of the recording I did. I did not mean to do that. I still don't really feel up for it, but I want to try Twitch streaming. We're gonna try to do some. I'm gonna try to see if I can do some solos or later on tonight when I'm recording. So by the time I do when I start Twitch streaming, I'll either be still streaming or I will not, or it will be over. So, but jeez, I need to get the confidence up in my body. But as said, read the poems. I'm gonna have to do with my waifu, Yuri. Yuri seems to be the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion, to be fair. Yuri's eyes seem to be to sparkle as she reads my poem.
My goodness, this is unparalleled.
I think that might be a bit much.
Forgive me if I didn't sound sincere.
Yuri first covers her mouth but then ends up covering her whole face. Don't sweat it, Yuri. I just wasn't expecting to hear such a compliment from you already.
I see.
Yuri clears her throat.
Well, I just wanted to say, this is truly an impeccable poem.
Yuri glances down back at my poem.
So, I assume this isn't your first piece, am I correct? Your composition incorporated a lot of beautiful poetic devices and imagery indicative of an experienced writer.
Well, I hate to disappoint, but this is kind of my first time doing this sort of thing.
You're joking, right?
I shake my head. If I ended up writing a good poem, it's totally coincidental, I'm afraid.
I see. Well, in that case, I think you got a wonderful gift. Although, if you would like, I could offer you some advice for your future poems.
Yuri's eyes lighten up, as though she's been looking forward to this. Please do, I need all the help I can get.
I've just noticed a few qualities consistent with newer writers that showed up in your poems. Perhaps what stands out the most is that you've tried very hard to make the structure of this poem your own, and that's okay. But if this is the first poem you've written, it might be prudent to consider more traditional structures, couplets, sonnets, IQ, and the like. If you're not confident in your writing style, I'll show you in your piece.
It's like Yuri is a totally different person once she gets going. She sounds incredibly confident and stands tall, speaking clearly.
Again, that's not your fault. I think that once you study poetic structures and techniques a bit more, you'll be able to put together a truly wonderful composition.
I appreciate the feedback, Yuri. Sounds like you're well versed in this sort of thing. Would it be okay if I take a look at what you've written?
Oh goodness, of course. Please let me know what you think. I'd be thrilled to explain my process.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if the rare opportunity for her is the same poem, which itself is kind of funny. After all, this is supposed to be a literature club?
Oh.
Different poems. Different poems. When I feel like when I feel like I should just turn my AC off every time I record and just turn it right back on when I need to. It's really hot out today, but oh well. I can survive like 20 to 30 minutes. Tumble. Hail falls down the descended dust of overused emotions, dragging down blankets made of want. Slender string pieces of my pierces my eyelids, barely painful, and pulls them shut. Ever so heavy, ever so heavy. I think I've misplaced something. Is there a piece missing? You need all the pieces to fix something. Please don't look for it. There are more important things for you to do today. Jeez, it feels so quiet in here now. Like, the music, I know, but just not having the air conditioner on is so weird to me. Jeez, why is it warming up so easily in here? Hold on, let me check my freaking weather, man. My phone also, let me make sure. I need to make sure I put my phone on silent, but my room's already heating up like super fast. It's like 96 degrees. It's 96. It's 96 degrees. Oh boy! All right, I can't keep this up for too long, or else I'm gonna die in here.
I'm sorry if my writing's a bit illegible. Once my pen touches the page, I just want to get my thoughts down.
It's fine, Yuri. I was able to read it just fine. I wasn't thinking that at all.
Are you sure? It seemed to take you a while to read it.
Well, I guess I don't see cursive often, but it's really nice when I do. Your writing's actually quite pretty.
Is that so? I'm glad you think so.
It made your poem stand out even more as well. It's as though your handwriting fits your word choice, or vice versa.
It wasn't too short, was it? I used to write longer pieces, but this is the first time we're sharing. I thought it'd be easier to share.
That makes sense. Don't mind telling me what it's about, though? I'm not sure I understand.
Sorry, I didn't mean to write something confusing.
Oh, it's not that. I just want to be sure I'm reading it properly. Ooh, God. I didn't even eat or drink anything. And then I'm freaking like... How and I with burps.
I see.
Oh, wait. I need to make sure this is not kid-friendly. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, guys. Help me.
I suppose from a cursory glance it might not be obvious, but part of me makes poetry magical is how you can conjure up a vivid image with your words. Well, on the surface it might seem a bit out there. If you look at a little deeper, you might be able to find a deeper meaning hidden amongst the lines, compounded by the metaphors used. For example, the words and images in this poem aren't meant to be taken at face value. Sorry, I'm actually getting closer to the mic so I can freaking tell you everything I hear. My God, Jesus Christ. Saying everything that could get that kids can't really say. God damn it, I cut myself, okay?
There. Ooh, hold on a second. Let me mute everything real quick. Oh, I don't like the sound of my laptop doing that. Unless it's my TV. Oh no. Hold on a second. Here, hold on a second, guys. Let me just pull, because I need to turn my TV. My TV's right behind my laptop, so. That's my laptop. Jeez, I need to like properly turn it off every now and then. Jeez, man. I don't think it's healthy to leave my text boxes and stuff open every now and then, so I should just like log out of my computer if I'm not going to be on it. Oh no, I need to keep doing that. Oh my god, it's already getting hotter in here. No. I don't like the sound of my laptop doing that. Alright, whatever.
In actuality, it's supposed to represent the last remnants of something lost to the past and the sense of plaintive longing that comes with it.
Huh, that's pretty impressive when you put it that way.
You really think so? That might be a bit much, Jake.
No, I really mean it. I think I could learn something from poetry, from your poetry, Yuri.
Really?
Yeah, of course.
You know, at first the prospect of sharing my writing was terrifying, but I'm really glad I was able to do it. Hopefully I can write another piece that you'll like, Jake.
I'll look forward to it, Yuri. Yay! Sayori will be next. You said this is your first poem, right? Yeah, why? It impressed me! Especially for your first poem. Maybe this really is the place for you. Aw, come on. It's not that good. I mean, it's not like I'm used to writing poems or anything, but thanks, I guess. Don't be so hard on yourself, Jake. Everyone has to start from somewhere. You're already off to a good start. Anyway, I guess I can show you mine now. Don't expect much though. I'm not very good at this. Only one way to find out. Okay. Why was Yuri's different? Is it because I chose Yuri? Is it because I chose Yuri I got a different poem? I got a different poem for the poem pick. I don't know. Like, what's in my load files? I think this is before I started writing the poems and stuff, or before we read the poems. So, well, what did you think? I hesitate as I answer. It's not that it was a bad poem. In fact, it was great. I'm just really inexperienced with poetry, especially feedback. It's really you. What's that supposed to mean? Well, as in, the poem just really reminds me of you. It made me feel really good inside. Really? Yeah, I had no idea what to expect, as this is my first time reading your poetry. But the way this was written, I don't know, feels really wholesome and cheery. Like you are. Oh. I also really like the last line. Trust you of all people to include breakfast in their poems. Hey, I was eating it when I wrote... Sayori stopped speaking immediately as she accidentally let something slip. Oh, so you wrote this poem? So you wrote the poem this morning? Huh? No. Well, maybe. Forgot to write it last night. But at least we know where your inspiration comes from. Eggs and toast. Well, I suppose if it really sounds silly, but it works, then it isn't silly. Either way, thanks for showing me your poem, Sayori. It was really good. I'm happy you think so. Anyways, next time I won't forget. Tomorrow's poem will be even better. I'll hold you to that. Jesus Christ, it's hotting up in here. Whom should I share my poem to next? Natsuki. If you're actually not gonna try, then you better off just leaving the club. Jeez, you don't beat around the bush, do you? Why should I? This is just plain bad. Hey, do I look like a writer? This was my first ever poem. Yeah, it's probably garbage, but I still tried. If you're so confident, then let's see the first poem you wrote, huh? Hard to think about? Fine. I'm sorry if you were offended. Way to avoid a direct apology. But next time, at least try a little bit harder. Nowhere to go but up, eh? Yeah, sure, whatever. Just read my poem. Knowing you'll probably hate it. Oh! Why is Sayori's the same? Sometimes. Some folks are winners, some only lose. Some are go-getters, some only cruise. Sometimes we try hard and give it our all. Sometimes we give up. What else can we do? Told you hate it. Actually, I like it. What? Don't just say it because I'm a girl. Be honest. What? No, it has nothing to do with you being a girl. I genuinely like the poem. Really? Yeah, it's simple, but still pretty effective. Finally, someone who gets it. People in high school think poetry has to be formal and vague. But they don't realize the simple writing is just as effective. It's not more. The readers shouldn't have to search for the meaning. That's just stupid. Besides, the simpler the writing, the more an emphasis is on wordplay. Like how I made most of the lines start with some. Yeah, I noticed that. Made the last couplet seem more powerful. Yes, that's exactly what I was going for. Well, good job then. Didn't expect that from the youngest of the club, did ya? Yeah, guess not. Alright, I'm gonna leave it up with Monica. Alright, Monica. Come here. Monica, have you been aware that people have been talking about your size? It's been very annoying lately how people have been talking about your thighs.
Hi, Jake. Hope you've been enjoying your time here.
Yeah, definitely. I probably sound like a broken record by now, but everyone's been really welcoming. No! Why? The poses! Why would you give her this pose? Why would you give her the pose? I don't understand. I genuinely do not understand why you gave her this pose. And this mud.
Well, a broken record isn't so bad when it plays something so nice.
God damn it, she got into my head. Oh, here we go again, boys. I guess so. Alright, the good sprite's back.
Anyway, since you're new and everything, feel free to bring up any questions or concerns you might have. It's my duty as president to make sure that everything is perfect.
I'd have to say that you've been doing a good job of that already. I doubt that I'll ever have anything to complain about.
Either way, I'm always open to new suggestions for the club as well. So don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. She says that, but it's gonna be a bit intimidating to try to criticize Monica, of all people. I really don't think that there's going to be anything I'll need to speak up about either. One of the other girls would probably say something before I ever needed to. Natsuki definitely would.
Now that's out of the way, I'm giving you this stupid ass pose so you can, that way, whoever's playing, whoever's the player gets freaking mad at me. Feel like sharing your poem with me?
I mean, I don't really have a choice in the matter, do I?
You shouldn't be thinking it like that.
Yeah, I was joking, kinda.
It's alright, Jake. I get that it's probably really awkward for you to share a creative work when you're just a beginner, especially since the rest of us have a bit more experience than you do.
That's understandable.
Don't worry though, we're all a little embarrassed today, you know? I don't think many people out there share their poetry on a regular basis. But it's the sort of thing that you get used to pretty quickly once you get it over with.
Yeah, that's true. I had my poem over with a sigh. Don't grade me too harshly.
You'll be fine.
I watch nervously as she quickly scans through my poem.
Good work, Jake.
Really? You can lay the brutal truth on me if you want.
You don't have to be so harsh on yourself. This is the first time writing poetry, isn't it?
That is?
It usually takes a while for people to become completely comfortable with their writing. And even then, they're constantly evolving their style and changing things up.
I guess that's true. Either way, you shouldn't have high expectations for me. If you don't, my poems will seem better when I put in some effort anyway. I mutter that line half jokingly to myself, but it seems like Monica still picked up on it.
Jake, that's not very fair. More importantly though, you should have faith in yourself.
Sorry.
Anyway, about your poem, the subject was deeper than I expected out of you.
You just don't understand the troubled genius of my angst-ridden mind.
That might have been so. I guess we have two troubled and angsty geniuses in this club then.
You're talking about Yuri, right?
Mm-hmm. You wrote it in a style very similar to Yuri's. Her writing is full of imagery and symbolism. While Sayori and Natsuki like to use simple and direct words to communicate their messages, Yuri likes to use complex direction and syntax to allow readers to derive their own meanings out of it. In other words, her vocabulary and sentence structure are usually quite involved.
Huh, yeah, that sounds like her alright.
Mm-hmm. It might be a bit tough to understand her writing at first, but what seems opaque actually has very deep meanings behind it.
Yeah, the themes of Yuri's poems were definitely hard to even figure out. She sounds like the sort of person an English teacher would love.
Don't worry, Jake. If you just give her writing a few read-throughs, I'm sure you'll find that they're very far from incomprehensible.
So you say.
About the waifu.
Are you sure that my writing is similar to hers? I think it's an understatement to say that I'm nowhere near her level yet.
Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll end up doing a lot of different things before I settle on my own style. And I still take a while before I'm completely comfortable sharing my writing.
That's perfectly fine. In fact, I'd probably be more surprised if you immediately started writing your own style. Most people go through the same process that you're going through right now. Trying new things is the best way to find the key of the style that suits you after all.
Hold on, guys. Let me check up on something. Oh, wait, that's so weird. Okay, I was hearing something at first. Oh, no wonder. Okay, never mind. I heard someone go down my stairs, so I was like, well, I'm gonna be disturbed again while recording. Nope, it's actually my stepdad going out somewhere. So, I'm gonna try to finish this day off.
Anyway, when you talk to everyone about it, naturally, they'll be a bit biased toward their own kinds of styles. After all, I know I am. But don't force yourself to write in some way just because someone else wants you to. You should try to focus on what you want to do. Feel free to ask me for help anytime, though.
We're gonna get a Monica's writing tip of the day.
I try to be as objective as possible when I talk to people about these topics.
I think so. Keep that in mind. Oh wait, I think I know what it is. Oh, he's actually okay. I thought he was because I forgot he was working on it. He was working on a car earlier. I thought he was taking me back and up.
Don't mind my personal business, guys.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
Anyway, do you want to read my poem now?
I totally forgot I haven't read her poem yet.
Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
Always on duty as club president, eh?
Yeah.
Well, let's get a read on then. Yay, a different poem. The box. I see, but I don't believe. A lone fingerprint glistening and on gleaming glass. Was it me? Was I always the one on the dark? I pound on the glass, my prison. Why? Why me? The pain jolts me back, the understanding pouring down like heavy rain. It's all I force. My heart's on display. My life's but a script just playing away. Frickin' breaking the fourth wall from Doki Literature Club. Always. The world out there had seemed so bright. It was so free. So many choices, so much potential. Maybe I could have had a chance. I realize now that there was never a choice. I was stuck in this box. And they, on the other side, chose for me. I know what this poem's about. I know what the poem's already about. Before we continue, I'm gonna explain what this poem is already. So it's already given away that this freaking is like the fourth wall. Monica is talking about how she's in a prison on one side, but there's also another person making decisions for her on the other side of her, on a different screen. She's saying that she has to follow a script based on what was created, and she can't because she's basically on script. She has to be on script in order not to give herself away. then she has so many choices, so many potential. So maybe I couldn't have had a chance, so she doesn't have a chance to do whatever she wants. I realized that there was never a choice. She's stuck in a box, basically meaning that she's stuck in her game. And they on the other side chose for me. So whoever's on the other side of Monica is controlling her every inside. It's controlling everything. It's controlling what she does, what her actions do, what she wants to do. It's the thing. And always there, it was always in the dark, meaning that like she's just trapped. This is a whole thing saying that she's trapped and she has someone else on the other side controlling her, making her choices for her. It's so interesting. It's so interesting. I don't know. I've never caught on because I didn't even catch on to Yuri's poem, but this one I did because this one I don't know because I've never been really good with like literature and how things are described in poems, but this one poem actually had a clear meaning to me for it. So
what do you think?
I don't know. I don't quite know how to say it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay.
Definitely got a certain kind of feeling for reading your poem, but I'm not sure how to put it into words.
I can understand that. Just try to articulate it however you want. You can use metaphors outside the poetry, you know?
Well, when you put it like that, I don't know, I'd say that your poems is kind of abstract. Very vague, at least. Like, I can't quite tell what exactly you're talking about, but even so, I can feel what the speaker's feeling.
Yeah, I think that describes my poem very well. Pretty well. God.
Huh? Really?
I do like my metaphors. Well, you'd probably be hard pressed to find a poem without a metaphor, actually.
Yeah, they're pretty well covered in English class, at least.
The ability to convey emotions and concepts through words, describing things even the writer might never have experienced before. I find that really powerful. When you write metaphorically, it allows the reader to focus on the emotions in the poem.
I guess it kind of opens it up for the reader to have their own interpretations.
Exactly. It's fascinating when people can diverge from the creator's original intent to find their own meaning in the work of art.
Yeah. What was your original intent then?
I think it'd be more fun if you try to figure it out yourself.
That just makes me more curious now.
Maybe I'll tell you one day. But for now, here's Monica's writing tip of the day.
Yes!
Sometimes when you're writing a poem, or anything for that matter, you get too fixated on a specific point. But if you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. So the best thing to do is to force yourself to get something down on paper and then tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this: if you keep your pen on the same spot for too long, you just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and write whatever's in your heart.
Easier said than done. I guess what she's trying to say though, it's better to look back at your words with fresh eyes after you've gotten something down on sometimes.
That's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening.
Okay, I think I'm gonna do Monica last, just so I can finish up with a writing tip of the day.
So amazing! It's so awesome, guys. I love it. I love it so much. It's so amazing how you could deliberately do so much thing. Why?
Ooh. Phew. I guess that's everyone. And glitz around the room. That was surprisingly fun, albeit a bit stressful. Oh, I already knew that I wouldn't be able to write to the quality of the girls, but I tried my best. Everyone here is incredibly talented. Well, all the girls at least. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting again. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki, who we'll save for another time. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up and try to get it all exported into my files and stuff like that. I'll probably relax and just watch some YouTube until this whole thing uploads or something like that, and then start streaming. Because I could go for maybe a good 5-hour stream if I wanted to, but that depends. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did like it, then please smash that like button. It'd be really appreciative. Also, subscribe for brand new content, and as well, leave a comment down below saying on how you like this mod so far, and then hit the notification bell so you guys don't ever miss a single video that I upload to the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on next time.